Because I always tell people, like, when I was trying to get on and I was just in the basement, and when you're in the gym and no one's in the gym, it's really easy to make shots.
Yeah.
No one's watching. When I was 17, 18, 19, all the way to 23, 24, and I'm walking around like I'm fucking just the most confident person in the world, it's because there was no one to fucking say otherwise.
Like, how did you get past all those rough days? Just seeing you in like music videos that you're filming yourself. Like,
yeah,
why don't people get through that? And how did you push through
well,
that?
because you know why? Because people want instant ROI. People want to go to the gym on Saturday and have a six-pack by Monday. And if they don't, they get discouraged and they're like, well, fuck this.
I don't have any placements. I don't want any. I don't even care about fucking that stuff. I'm not against
you don't want
it,
them?
Like,
you definitely want them. No?
Yeah, I'm not against it, but like you said, it, if Drake goes independent, the music industry is over. But
well,
like,
because I still stand.
Is there a scenario for all parties where like it makes sense for everyone? Like the producer, the artist, we'll say the engineers, the writers, and all that shit, to have a music industry and like have it not fuck a bunch of people over.
I don't blame labels for doing bad deals because they're not bad deals to the labels. Like,
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. If you knew everything you knew now, right?
Yeah.
And you could go back in time, would you still do that same deal? All right, Russ.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming on, dude. This is a manifestation at its finest, dude.
Sick. Hell yeah.
Just like out of like all the people that I fucking follow, or, you know, I feel like you're just fucking up there. Just from the whole, not only music, but just like fucking, just like the belief system, just like all the stuff you believe in. It's just like the same. It's almost like the same shit sometimes. Like all the shit I knew, I just figured out.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, after talking with you and hearing that element, like, I respect that so much, because I don't think enough people jump off the cliff enough and just say, like, fuck it, let me try picking up a video camera, or fuck it, let me try being a DJ, or let me try, like, you never know, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I always say, like, in order to figure out what you really like, you have to just follow your curiosities. Like, because some people are like, well, I don't know what my passion is. It's like, start with where you're curious, you know what I'm saying? And then just like go there. So it was dope for you to hear you say, like, you're just a curious person and you were just saying yes to everything. Because I think that's the wave. Like, I'm super for that, for sure.
Yeah, I think what gets me is I just get fucking obsessed with things. Like, I find something and bite down, and I just can't fucking let it go until I figure it out.
Same.
Or until I figure out I don't want to do it anymore.
Same.
What? First of all, how did you find my YouTube channel?
So, I mean, I'm sure I'm not alone with people during this time of like 2 a.m. and you're just on YouTube, just like scrolling on my phone on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I go down the rabbit hole on YouTube quick.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
It's like, I think I definitely just kept seeing your drip plug-in thing like mad times.
That's amazing.
And then I was like, what the fuck is, but you know what? It worked, because I was like, all right, what the fuck is this drip plugin? So I started clicking on your shit. I could be completely wrong if that was the discovery point for me, but regardless, I just started binging all your fucking videos, and I fucked with them heavy. Wow. The beats were hard, and it was just like, bro, since I was fucking 13, 14, when I first started making beats, like, that's always what I would do. I would be on YouTube watching people make beats. Do you remember a guy named Ryan Tedder? Not the one from One Republic, but it was just like this heavy set guy in his room, just back in like 06, making the craziest beats on YouTube. And that's like, I don't think I've actually ever even said this because it never really came up, but that was really my introduction to seeing people make beats ever was like Ryan Tedder, just this dude on YouTube. So I've always been a fan of watching people on YouTube make beats, and then like how you were doing it was just dope because you had like interesting videos to it, and like we made a song in 30 minutes, or we did it this, and you know what I'm saying? Like the titles are stellar. The titles are real great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember you were talking with Illmind recently about just like what's the come up, because like dude, like I make it well known, like I say it in all my video, or not all my videos, but I make it well known, like I don't chase placements, I don't have any placements, I don't want any, I don't even care about fucking that stuff, just because I mean that's, it's not like I'm not
You don't
against
want
it, but
them?
like
You definitely want them. No?
yeah, I'm not against it, but like dude, it's just like a waste of energy almost, it seems like right now. Like
Okay.
like the fucking, I feel like the game for producers in the industry is just fucking garbage. Like you guys did the
Yeah.
math, like 3% on a fucking,
No,
it's
it's
like
crazy, bro.
it's like if you just build a fucking business and have multiple streams. Like I don't do any sponsorships. I just like the drip plugin thing. Like
Yeah.
that shit made so much money, and now like I partnered with a developer. Now we have like 3 developers working on 2 more plugins coming out. And it's
Hard,
just like
bro.
it's
That's
it's just
so
like
hard.
it's just like like producers are smart about certain things like that, and the thing that I can do that most producers can't do is be brave enough to like get in front of a fucking camera and look like an idiot for 2 years until
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like
yeah.
that third year you like figure out how to do it almost.
But people
Like
people love that, man. Like people really I always, I'm a big advocate for vulnerability and just like being down to like look stupid like you said for, however long, because the consumer, the regular person, whatever you want to call them, like they relate to that shit. No one wants to just watch somebody who's just fucking like, there's no story there, It's dope, bro.
yeah, but like that's the thing that I dove into, was like the marketing side and just like the building value to the point where it's like when you do the math on it's literally like the shit. Like I want to do the music stuff. I have my own music out where I fucking rap and shit. Like I have 2 music
Amazing.
videos.
That's
I have
hilarious.
I
Awesome.
have like, so I love doing that shit. Right now though, like I'm just making music. Like I'll just wake up and make a song and just see where it goes. But like
That's
the
so
beats are
free.
the
That's
beats are
so
way better
free.
than the songs right now. But like
Honestly, bro, that's how my shit was forever. Like
yeah.
I always tell my boy, like, I just feel like we fucking, me included, like, God, like I wasted so many fire beats. Like a lot of my best samples and shit are from fucking like 2011 and 2012
Yeah.
when we had just started rapping and we just weren't that good. So it's like beat crazy, sample crazy, song trash. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's like fuck. But it's one of those things you stick with, and if you love it, then shit gets better over time. It's just like repetition at that point. But it's dope, man. I like just I can like watching your videos is inspiring because I can tell it's coming from just such a pure place and just a
Yeah.
free place of like I'm just down here making songs, just
Yeah.
making music. You know what I'm saying? There's no stakes. There's
Yeah.
no stakes. There's no like fuck. I gotta follow up this single and I gotta. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
There's
freedom,
no
dude. Like
stakes.
that's
Yeah,
that's
pure
a,
freedom.
that's like how I've made all my moves, is just freedom. Like
Mm-hmm.
fucking um there's a lot of like opportunities and little things that I don't even, my girlfriend does all my emails and stuff now. And
That's incredible, bro.
I
That's
have
so
a
awesome.
I have a whole fucking dude, I have a whole team, dude, of like 10 people, of like I'm paying out salaries every single month for like all this shit. Like,
Incredible. Hell yeah, as
um,
you should.
but like we just delete all the sponsorship emails. Like I just fucking tell her to delete them, and I've been doing that for a
Why?
while now.
Now, why is that?
It's like the stuff we were talking about, just like it's like the ownership thing. It goes back to the ownership
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
It's like when you really calculated like long term, seeing what I've done with this plugin, and like a month before we were launching the plugin, I was talking to a company about like a sponsorship, like a monthly thing, like $4,000 a month, something at the time, which I was like a lot smaller. So it was like about like a decent amount. And then just seeing what we done with the plugin, like our plugin made a fucking $1 million in like 4 months.
What?
just from like
That's crazy, bro.
just
bro,
from like
let's make a plugin. That's crazy. Dog, that is a fucking crazy. See, that's what's so, bro, what's so ill about you is like you're an inspiration to producers on a level that's way more tangible than people who are getting placements, because the average producer is not getting placements. You feel me? So, but the fact that you've been able to, from your own house and own room, build up a fan base by consistency and quality, and then find another avenue to bring in revenue that still has to do with music. It's like, bro, what? That's your like real goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's tangible. It's not, it's hard. Like, even though I wasn't like this, I looked up to fucking, I always thought I could be Scott Storch and whatever and Kanye West. But the reality is, it's like, you know, some kids maybe aren't going to be that, don't want to be that, want to just chill, want to, like, you know what I'm saying? And your shit, you're proving that, bro, like the placement's not even chasing it. It can come. If it comes, cool. If not, cool. But you can own your shit and you can have a fan base and you can make millions of dollars just by fucking being you. That shit is hard, bro. That's inspiring as fuck. What? I'm about to make a plugin. Are you kidding?
Dude, I'm down, dude.
$1 million in 4 months? Are you on fucking crack? That's crazy.
Well,
That's
it's
so,
like this,
and after you made the plugin, there's no maintenance to it, right? Like it's just like out in the world, or is it like work afterwards?
So pretty much, but like the first, and like, I mean, it's the same thing with your music. So you know this side of it, but like you don't even do anything. It's just, you know, it's just fucking, it gets delivered by itself. But the first week you're fixing bugs. Like there was shit it was a learning process of like bugs, like, but like after that, like it just flows. But there's a lot of like,
are you partnered with like a YouTube company
dude,
to blast the ads? You just pay
I did it all
ads.
myself. I did it all myself.
You just pay crazy money for ads.
It's like it's not even about like it's just the whole package, dude. Like it's not the ads, it's not the plugin, it's not the fucking YouTube. Like I just knew how to, you know, I study fucking YouTubers just as much as I study YouTubers. I study fucking, you know, like people who are running like $billion businesses, and like that's like the shit I'm kind of looking at. But at the same time, you know, music is kind of like the core still. So it's like I can't stop fucking making music. And you know, that's gonna be part of it. But you know, I started off selling beats and making like, you know, started off by just paying rent, and then eventually making $1,000 a week, just fucking DMing people on Instagram. With like, this is like 2016. This is like, I was using like, you know, fucking bots and shit to like contact people, and like, bro, but all that got
so fire.
All that got shut down like quickly, and then the YouTube producer space kind of started to blow up. But yeah, it's just like, you know, the music thing has always been something that I wanted to do, but I want to just do it myself. You know what I mean? I want to, like, my next thing is going to be like, you know, we have the plugins flowing. I'm trying to have everything flowing. Like I can edit my own videos probably better than fucking a lot of videographers and editors.
Like, that's what I was going to ask, man. Like, that's the thing that, like, when I watch, even when I just watch people's like fucking TikToks or like, let alone YouTube videos, I'm like, this is incredible editing. Is it that, like, is it mad hard and time consuming, or am I just fucking not, I'm ignorant to what goes into it?
It's pretty time consuming, but like I was doing music. I think too. You talked about this too. Like,
How much? Not to cut you off, but how much time would you say it takes to edit your average YouTube video for you?
so I got to the point where I was doing it in fucking 3 hours, but like that's just because it, that's insane. Like a 12-minute, like it's kind of like an insane thing where I got into a rhythm. But like I have an editor now for the past like month or so, but it's not because I can't fucking edit them. It's because I know like if I want to continue to grow, I can't be fucking spending days editing videos and shit.
Yeah, you got to
Like I
delegate
need
that task elsewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, yeah, it's an insane like I don't know, it's an insane thing, and I want to like have other like I'll make songs with artists and stuff like that, but I just want to put it out. It's the shit you were talking about, like the numbers game. Like I want to put out
Yeah,
a shit ton of my own music that's all me, and a shit ton of just like if I'm making music with other people just for fun, I'll just put it on my own, like kind of similar to like Internet Money, but like more like surrounding Kyle beats. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I really like what fucking Taz did and all that.
Bro,
That's why.
so it's crazy. Like I went on a rabbit hole fucking binge watching of both y'all shit around the same time. I was like, man, these people are fucking crazy. Like I just like I'm like, man, y'all are just I just love that shit, bro. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I started. Like, I've told this story before, but that's how I started going full on focusing on beats. Is because this dude Taz in like 2015 was just like doing vlogs. This is when like the daily vlog thing was blowing up. Casey Neistat and all those people, like Logan Paul and shit. And he was posting like daily vlogs, and he'd be showing his fucking PayPal. He'd be just scrolling through his PayPal statements of like, oh, I made $3,000 this weekend. And I was like, what the fuck? Like
Crazy.
because I was making beats, for like the past 3 years just in college and shit. And like nothing. That's the beauty of it all. I think you said this a while ago, was like, it almost took you so long. So by the time you blew up, you were almost like ready for it. You're prepared for it a little bit.
Well,
So
because you had gone through such like you go through so much along the way of like figuring out what doesn't work, figuring out what does work, and just getting your mind right, just figuring shit out that by the time it could take you 10 years just to get to the starting line, it feels like. But then like now you're ready to run the race,
Yeah. Yeah. So I would love to do that. And like, I would love to fucking, ever since I felt what it feels like to fucking even just openers DJing in front of 2,000 people, that fucking energy was insane. So I was like, I can't imagine what the fuck it would feel like to have all this be fucking mine and just go out into my own show.
Yeah.
So
why not, bro?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. It's just like it's just managing it all in the right way, because fucking it's good to have like the financial freedom to just do whatever the fuck you want to.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it is that like, makes people chase the quick bags, or just make people not? I always wonder what the fuck makes people, like, how did you get past all those rough days? Like, I was looking back through all your shit yesterday and just seeing you in like music videos that you're filming yourself. Like,
yeah,
because I've kind of been there where it's like nothing's fucking working. Like, why don't people get through that? And how did you push through?
Well, because you know why? Because people want instant ROI. You know what I'm saying? Like people want to go to it's the same reason why right now all the gyms are fucking packed, because it's January, and by February there'll be less, in March, because people want to go to the gym on Saturday and have a 6-pack by Monday. And if they don't, they get discouraged and they're like, well, fuck this. So it's the same thing with like anything in life. It's like, I had a lot of friends who put out one song and then were like, it didn't blow up, I'm off this. Or they put out one project and it was like, nope, didn't blow up, I'm off this. And the root of that problem is attachment to results. And when you're attached to the results, you're, you know, you're fucking up the management of your own expectations because you're getting too attached to the outcome of something instead of just doing it because you love doing it. And whatever happens is whatever happens, but that's not what you were doing it for. That's why, I'm very big on like the love of the game over the points. And I think a lot of people are playing for the points. You know what I'm saying? And so if you put out a song or you put out a video and it only gets 1,000 views or whatever, it gets a number that that was not what you wanted, you're gonna get discouraged and you're gonna be like, well, fuck this then, and all these negative thoughts. And it's like, well, is that what you were doing it for? Like, because I remember for me, I would put out a song, and this is back in 2012, 2011, 2013. This is before like Spotify and Apple and all that shit. And we were just like, the shit was on media fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was like
the landscape
was
like non-existent.
Bro, it was like, how many downloads did you get?
Yeah.
And I remember getting 1,000 downloads on like one of my songs called Goodbye. And I was like, I fucking told y'all, fuck y'all. Like, I thought it was the craziest shit, but it's like, I say that to say, no matter what the numbers were for me, I thought all my numbers were ill because it was just exciting to see anybody listening to the shit. And I wasn't even doing it for that. I was doing it because I love to do it. So I think a lot of people don't get through the rough days because they're attached to the results, because those rough days are like, shit isn't even working. I'm getting fucking 20 plays on my song. Like, this is some bullshit. And then they stop. And it's like, I don't know. It's just, I always
do you
just
think a lot of
how,
that, my bad.
Go ahead.
Do you think a lot of that is because of other people's, I feel like a lot of people are concerned about, what other people are thinking of them.
Yeah.
And how it looks to their family and their close friends and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and,
for sure. That's why it's hard, bro, at the beginning, because you're spot on. A lot of times it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, I remember being fucking, but I was like, I was
gonna say, did you have that at all? Like when you were fucking just putting out albums, being a rapper and shit, and not having any
but
success?
you know what? You know what I did a good job at was minimizing the chatter and minimizing the sources of chatter. So after I graduated high school, I didn't talk to anyone I graduated with, anyone I even went to school with, except for my boy Bugis, who that's like, we locked in and created Diamond and did this shit from the time, like, I've known him since I was 12, but we started this when we were 17. He had the studio equipment in his parents' house, and it started in my parents' house. Then we went to his shit, and like, that's it. It was just me and him kicking it every day for a decade. You know what I'm saying? So like, and he was the most supportive person in the world, and he was rapping first before I was, and he's just like putting me on the books and all. Like, he was just the most supportive person you could have, and there was never any hesitance or any doubt in his mind or any like hating bone or any of that. So I did a good job at minimizing the chatter, because there was not, we were delusional. We were delusional because it was literally just me and him sitting in his parents' basement making these songs, and we didn't have anyone around. We wouldn't allow anyone around, let alone anyone that could potentially be like, y'all are tripping. Like, what are you even doing? The only people who were around was family. And there was definitely moments of like, I could tell, maybe my mom and dad were like, not that they didn't believe, but that they thought I should be doing things differently or whatever. But for the most part, man, like, I just had such a fire and such a like point to prove to myself that I was right and that I am good enough and all these things. And like I said, and Bugis was the only other person in the shit with me and the only other person like around. So it wasn't hard to become very delusional with the confidence, because no one was around that was saying, you can't do it, because we cut off all those people after high school. So people were making fun of me in high school for it, like, for sure, where it was like, I remember like those friends in school that you had that you didn't see outside of school, you just saw them in school.
Yeah.
Like those type of kids that would be like, oh, so what, you gonna be like, what are you trying to be, like a producer or something? You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. And it's like, okay, fuck y'all, like suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so after I graduated, I cut those people off, and that wasn't even really an issue for me because we moved around a lot, and I didn't move to Atlanta until I was going into 8th grade. So it's not like I knew those kids for 10 years or some shit.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't that difficult for me to cut
That
off.
that that's
You
something
know?
that I just did just without even knowing was I always just liked doing my own thing. So
Yeah,
I have so many friends, I know so many people, but I just liked going in my own fucking world. And there wasn't
yeah,
anyone else that was interested in like the shit I'm interested in, just blasting beats and shit. I was like a college soccer player and shit. Like I was just playing soccer my whole
wow,
life, and
yeah.
that was kind of it. And
So
then I would just
you were just like locked in solo. You didn't even have that like one great friend who was also doing what you were doing type of
yeah,
shit.
but it wasn't music. It was kind of just like, like I was just a dreamer, dude. Like I walked into a
Yeah,
room with my friends and I would just have this fucking idea. Let's like imagine if we did this and this and that. Like I
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
didn't want to fit inside the fucking regular ways.
Right.
I was always attracted to like doing more. Like I'm gonna be rich. Like I used to say, like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna work for anyone. Like I
Hell
couldn't
yeah.
hold a job for like 24 seconds. Like
Bro, me
I
neither.
just
Me neither.
I just couldn't do all that shit. And I don't think I was, we were talking about my schedule where I wake up early. I've been working out twice a day recently, but like
Incredible.
anyone who knew me growing up, like I didn't have a very good like work ethic at all. Like I was fucking
Yeah.
sleeping the whole day, lazy as shit, but like I was just a I was just a dreamer. And now I'm at the point, when you get older and you're just like kind of more aware, the older you get, you kind of
Yeah.
just know life a
Yep.
little bit more. Uh I feel like I'm just aware now, and I know like if I don't do these things and get the things, like it's like happiness without fulfillment is failure. You ever heard that quote?
Wow. That's so true though.
Happiness without fulfillment is called failure. And
Yeah.
it's just like it's so true, because if I don't, you know, do the things that I know I want to do, then it's just like, the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
So
nah. I feel the same way, bro. I always tell people like my whole mission is like I'm trying to get out every idea I got while I'm here. I don't give a fuck what it is. Like I'm trying to do everything because it's why the fuck not, bro? Why the fuck not? So I relate to that a lot, man. That's real. That's real. But yeah, I mean, it was, me and my dad would get into it about music and shit, and he thought I should be doing things different or whatever it was. So like, there was definitely those conversations, but for the most part, it was just
I
like
think,
me and Bugis in our own little world in his parents' basement, just making these songs, cranking them out. I mean, I was putting out fucking, you know, uh 3 or 4 mixtapes a year that I was producing all of it and I didn't know anyone. So it's like we were just going hard, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
and,
and
and that's what it was.
I think like the reps too, dude. Reps are so fucking underrated. Like a lot of people will comment like, "What am I doing with all these beats?" Especially like the years before, all like 2 years ago. Like I'm just making beats every day. What am I doing with them? I'm not sending them. I'm not doing anything with them. But
Yeah,
as time went by, you don't realize how valuable like the reps are. Like you learn
bro, that's
one new
so
little thing.
true.
You
That's
more
so true. That's
you
crazy,
learn
bro.
you learn one new little thing every time you do something. Like even
It's
if you don't
so
realize it.
true. That's crazy because I like so I've been like training 3 times a week or like 3 to 5 depending on like whatever, but with like fighting and shit. You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit.
And it's funny because like the trainer just be saying the same shit. Like all it is reps. Like he's like the only difference between me and you is a couple thousand punches.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so true. Like, but I never really put it. I never translated it to production. But it's like you're so spot on because it's true. It's like all the beats. I got so many beats. Every producer has so many beats that you're just sitting on. And you're like, damn, what the fuck was the point? And it's like the point was that you put in the work and you got the rep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I think that's the thing that people don't understand. But like you said, it's a shame that you can't it's hard to possess the wisdom of a 28-year-old when you're 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so many people, like, hindsight's 2020. Like, you'll hear older people than 28, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds be like, if I knew what I knew now back when I was 28, it would be different. So that's why I think the shit you have to rely on is the love for it and just the confidence in yourself. You gotta at least just get to the next point. That's my whole thing. And that was always my whole shit, is just like, man, I just gotta make sure I keep going. So I at least give myself the opportunity to be better and the opportunity to learn and be like, damn, I'm gonna do shit so much differently now, but I'm so glad I got to this point where I can be aware enough to be like, I'm not gonna do it how I was doing it 2 years ago. Like, I was tripping, or you know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to get to that next level. A lot of people just stop and they don't even know what could have happened. You know?
What do you think you're like? What's your goal right now? Like, what's your thing that you're looking at? You're kind of like big
Fucking
next 2 years.
domination, bro. Pure domination. I'm
Yeah.
so fucking competitive. I'm so competitive. I can't even lie. Like, I sit here and say the love of the game for sure. I do it for the love of the game, but I also want to fucking dominate everything.
Yeah.
Like, you
What
know
does
what I'm
that
saying?
mean?
Like,
Just like
I
every
want the most number
financially
ones
and
of all. Bro, I want to have the most plaques. I want to have the biggest shows. I want to have the most money. I want it all. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I really do. You know what I mean? But I'm not willing to compromise my integrity to get it. So that's the thing that, uh, you know, makes it tricky, because I could have fucking sold out a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I refuse. Like, I want all these things. Like, I want to go get, you know, 4 number ones at radio this year. I want to go get a diamond song. I want to go sell out, Madison Square Garden. I want a Grammy. I want, shit like that. But I'm not willing to compromise my integrity to get these things. I only can do it on my terms. And I think that's why, for me, it may be um, my shit since I got on has maybe been slower. I mean, all my shit has been slow. Some people think it happened mad fast. It didn't happen fast. It took me mad long. So my shit has always been slower. Like, even with my songs, I'll put out a song and I know not to even really give a fuck about what it's doing in the first couple months, because my songs are always like these slow burns where, like,
yeah,
6 months later that shit is doing something, or 6 years. Like, my biggest song in 2020 was a song that came out 6 years prior. You feel me? So
yeah.
um my whole thing is just like, I just got to get there my way. That's
Yeah,
it, man. I'm not.
you were talking a lot about like how, you know, fucking Spotify is like the thing now. Spotify is like radio now.
Right.
And when you're signed to a label, the label can get told no. That's what you've been talking about a lot lately.
Right.
So
Right.
like, would you, is there a scenario where you would ever sign to a label again, or do you think that they're completely dead, or what do you think?
For me, from my situation where I'm at, no, it makes
Yeah,
no sense to get with the label, just because let's look at what a label offers. Radio, but I got that now. All radio is, for the people watching that are gonna see this shit, radio is having the right person and money. Like, once you have the right person working your shit, like, you hire the right radio promoter and you have enough money to fund that, and obviously the right song, it's a wrap. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So once I cracked that code, now the shit I just put out with Lil Baby is the most added song at radio. That shit, I didn't have too many of those moments even when I was with a label. You feel me? So radio debunked as far as like, oh, you need a label to do it. They offer playlisting, but they can't. Like we said, like, playlisting, it's it's up in the air, because no label owns Spotify, no label owns Apple Music. So the best they can do is they pitch. That's what they do. And you got to think, right? If you're you're Atlantic, if you're Epic, if you're any of these labels, and Kyle Beats is signed to Epic Records, and you got a song out that you think is fire and should be in Rap Caviar, it's like, cool. Epic is gonna go to Rap Caviar, but at the same time, they have 20 other artists that want the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you're not the priority because 21 Savage is over there and he just dropped a song, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So it gets tough when number one, there's a lot of other artists that maybe the priority is, and like I said, at the end of the day, a label can get told no. Spotify can just be like, no, we're not gonna put you in this playlist, and that's just how it goes. So, they
who do you like? Who is the fucking, like, when you go to Spotify, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, who do you hit up? It's just my like guy, people that.
Carl Cherry, I'm sorry for putting you on blast. I know people are gonna hit you up crazy now, but people already be hitting him up. Carl Cherry is a really solid dude, but he's a tastemaker over there and he's dope. Before him, it was Tuma Basa. Tuma is actually the one who created Rap Caviar, like the name and shit. And so, like I said, at the end of the day, all this shit it's people. You feel me? Like, behind everything is a human being. That's it. Yeah. Like, behind everything you see is a human being. But Carl's dope. Apple Music for like rap, it's like Ebro and shit. And shout out to my guy DJ Reflex. And but once again, it's like, just because I know those people doesn't mean that my shit is guaranteed in playlists. I put out how many songs last year? 20, 30? I think one got in Rap Caviar or some shit like that. And I'm not mad at that, because at the end of the day, I'm not entitled to be in Rap Caviar. That's not my shit. I don't own Spotify. I don't own Rap Caviar. So I can't sit here and stomp my feet. That's why when I see artists that are like, they just come off entitled, like they think they're owed certain things, and this, it's like, I don't feel like I'm owed anything that isn't mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spotify at the end of the day is their own company. And if they want to put you in their playlist, that's on them. And if they don't, then that's too bad for you. But my only thing the issues I would have was when you would get told certain things, and this had nothing to do with Spotify or Apple, when you would get told certain things from labels, like, oh, it's really a database type of decision. Actually, no, it's just an editorial based decision, which means like, it's just, do they fuck with you or not? And you can never really get a straight answer. My thing was just like, just keep it real. If it's like, you need this amount of plays to get in the playlist, then cool, make it that. But don't tell me that you need this amount of plays to get in the playlist, and then you get that amount of plays, and then you're still not in the playlist. Now I'm confused, because now you fucked up my expectations. Just tell me that it really comes down to, do they fuck with you or not? It's that simple. Do they like the song? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So
what would be like, if you could choose fucking, I mean, what even is radio, and like fucking car radios and shit? Like, what?
Radio is still, but that's now? Bro, that's what's so crazy. Radio is still so big. Like, it's wild. I used to think that too. I was like, who the fuck listens to radio? But but like, bro, so many
just
people.
Like, is it like older people maybe? Or like, what the fuck?
It's older people, and it's just like, I know it's hard to believe for people like us, but there's people who don't really listen to music like that. They're just like a casual music listener, and like, the only artists they really hear are just whatever's on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to think, because I know you're not like that. I'm not like that. So it's wild. Like, none of my friends are like that, but it's a real community of people that are just like, I'm not scouring the blogs to figure out who's the next. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on Pigeons and Planes to figure out who's up next. Like, motherfuckers are just riding around in their car to whatever the hip hop station is.
That's insane.
So it's a really, really big community, and you can tell by the Shazams. Shazams is like what radio fucking moves off of damn near nowadays. Like, how your song is Shazamming in the market has a big role in if you continue to get spins. So, but Shazams Shazams is a real thing though, because when you go see a song has a million Shazams, it's like, damn, that's when you can see that radio did some shit. Because you're like,
Yeah.
whoa. So a million times someone was like, what song is this? That's because it was getting played mad times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all my songs I got on radio are the ones that have 2 million Shazams, a million Shazams. The ones that weren't on radio don't have that, you know?
Yeah. It's
So
almost just about fucking swarming everywhere. Like
bro,
every
omnipresence is the name of the game. Like I'm just trying to be everywhere at all times, 24 fucking 7. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like ideally, I want to flip through the TV for anyone who watches TV anymore. And in every commercial and every show, it's my music. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that, just like pure omnipresence.
Are you like, I think I heard you talking about doing TikTok shit. Like doing, but like, do you ever,
campaigns and shit?
do you like, you know, have you ever like taken the time to get to like fucking get familiar with the actual platform and like just kind of figure it out a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, my thing with TikTok, like I'm definitely on there a lot more than I used to be. So
Yeah.
I've seen what works and learned what works. It just doesn't match my it doesn't match me per se, you know, as like a creator.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out and not fucking because I'm not doing dances, I'm not doing fucking certain things because so much shit on there is so cringy, and I'm just like,
so like what? Yeah,
I don't want to be on there being a motivational speaker with the subtitles and the shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This is like
I don't know. It's hard.
This is like the shit I'm fucking constantly fucking on, and just because like, you know, there's been no producers that are doing what I'm doing. Like there's a few, you know, there's a YouTube producer niche that like started like 3 years ago, and there's people, you know, I'm one of the people getting more views, and a couple other people like Simon Servita, Internet Money, and like getting 100,000 views a video type of thing. So
yeah,
you're almost like, I've been one of the people that have just been spearheading since it got started, where there's like a community now for the past like 3 years on YouTube. So it's like a constant game of like, okay, how can I just like think of what people have not done yet and like spin it in my own way. And that was my first thing on TikTok too, is like I was making TikTok content. I was taking what's the most popular fucking song, I'm gonna flip it and make it a remix, and like that
hard.
That's what I was
working
doing.
That sounds like it would work.
Yeah, it was, but it was just like it just wasn't authentic for me. I was like,
it wasn't
I don't
you.
give
Yeah,
it wasn't. So what I started doing as my YouTube videos got better, I would clip my videos in ways that made sense for TikTok, and because they were just entertaining clips, like I did it for like a little bit, and then one of them just got like 1 million views. So now like it's just like some fucking Gary Vee type shit. Like someone just clips them all the good parts, and I just post the good ones. And most of the time, this is another incentive, just like a sign of telling me that I need to fucking keep making music. It's just like a lot of the time it's when I have an artist here just fucking with me recording shit, and then he records some shit and I'll build the beat around it even more. And it's like those little moments of like magic people just fucking love that shit.
Yeah, bro. No, that whole behind the scenes thing is the wave. But it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like we're obsessive people, because it's like, wait, new platform, how do I dominate it? It's like so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But it's like, yeah, I mean, the TikTok thing, I just be fucking using it like Instagram, because I'm like, you know what? I'm not fully tapped in yet. I haven't fully committed to like.
Yeah, but you got a platform though where you could do fucking anything and could get views. Like
nah, but not on TikTok. I be posting random shit sometimes. I should be doing nothing. I'm like, nah, whatever. But I also don't use it like that. So there's only like 300,000 followers or some shit like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like, but at the end of the day, it's like TikTok is such a random thing, because I always tell people this, like I've done TikTok campaigns where you put money behind it, you do this, influencers, etc., and the song does nothing. Yeah. And then the songs of mine that go viral on TikTok are just these random, like, I didn't spend a dime. They're just like random. I'm like, how the fuck did
Yeah,
this,
I've seen.
like Psycho Part 2, one of my songs has like 3 million videos made to it on TikTok because
Wow.
some person in the world took I guess one of my performances when I'm like 3, 2, 1, she got me going, and I like, and that sound has like 2 million views. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even. That's why it's a testament to just showing up. Just show up. Just put the music out. And in today's day and age, if the shit is good enough and it's out for long enough, someone's gonna sniff it out. Something's gonna happen. A fan base is gonna emerge. Just show up. You know.
Do you think there's a scenario in the music industry that would like make sense? Do you think, you said it, if Drake goes independent, the music industry is over. But
Well,
like,
because yeah, I still
is
stand
there a
on that.
scenario for all parties where like, like it makes sense for everyone, like the producer, the artist, we'll say the engineers, the writers, and all that shit, or is it just kind of people are just gonna
What,
always?
to go independent?
No, just like to have a music industry and like have it not fuck a bunch of people over. Like there's only a handful, small percentage of people who are, actually doing good deals and
Yeah.
taking those as almost as investments and then blowing up and then, doing
I
more
think
shit from
I
it.
think as long as the music industry is a business, as far as the labels, which it always will be, that's when you're going to get bad deals because it's a business. So I don't blame labels for doing bad deals because they're not
Yeah,
bad deals to the labels. Like,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing no one wants to talk about is like it's only a bad deal for you because you signed it, but like to them, it's a great deal.
That's so
That's
funny.
business though. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to sign it. That's business. So it's like as long as it's that, there's just gonna be bad deals for artists. But my thing is artists don't need a label. I think most artists are running after labels for the check. Labels are banks. You know what I'm saying? They're literally just banks and they're loaning you your money. And I think producers are underpaid. I think um I think artists get in shit deals. I think labels make billions of dollars a year and they don't tour, they don't sell merch, they do not. So it's like that should just tell you that there's a ton of money in owning music. It's just a matter of who owns it. That's why I do think like, yeah, if Drake went independent, if a Kendrick was independent, if a J. Cole was, it's like, yeah, because Drake and those type of artists are at the level where if Drake tonight posts a link for his album, that is all the promo that's needed.
Yeah, just like
You know what I'm saying?
people
Bro,
will find it.
it's $49.99 on TuneCore to distribute your album to all the stores. Drake could literally spend $49 on an album and probably make back like 10 mil in a week on a
Yeah,
$50 investment. And then you
yeah,
pay the producers or whatever, but it's like still, it's just, you know, and like I said, radio, all that shit, it just comes down to like a mentality though. I think like for me, and for what you've said about yourself, like you like owning your shit, you like doing it yourself, and so do I. It's like a label is nice because you get to play with other people's money, even though it's really yours, and you end up having to pay it back anyway. But they front the money, and that's nice because who wants to come out of pocket 100 grand for this but it's like for me, I'd rather come out of pocket 100 grand for a video, 120 at radio, whatever it is, because at least I'm betting on the shit that I want to bet on. When you're with the label, sometimes it's like they're not gonna approve $100,000 video for song number 7 on the album that isn't even streaming well, and you just want to do it because you're an artist. They're gonna approve 100,000 for the single, and it's like, yeah, but can't we do this shit too? And it's like, nah. So at the end of the day, I'd rather just be in complete control of what I bet on. So
why do you think you like give so much support and so much help towards especially artists specifically,
yeah.
but just people just to why do you think you make such an effort to give out the information. You put out a book
Yeah.
and all these videos and everything.
Because I genuinely like to see people live up to their fullest potential. I genuinely do. I've always been like that. You can ask people from fucking 8 years ago that knew me just locally. It's like I've just always been like that. I've never had a jealous bone in my body. I don't know. I'm just people I would meet. You know, I remember being in college at like Valdosta State, and there was this dude singing in the lobby with this other kid playing the guitar, and I was just like, "You're fucking incredible." And you got to come back to like Boogis's house and make songs and shit. Like, and I was just always keep in mind, I'm a producer trying to be an artist, trying to make it too. But I was always the first one to invite other artists into the group to make their shit. I wasn't like, no, I gotta focus on me. Fuck y'all. It's like I was just like, I've always been people's like biggest cheerleaders just because I get a kick out of seeing somebody go from like doubting themselves and thinking something isn't real to seeing their like dreams come true. That shit to me is so fire. And so, you know, and it's a big pet peeve of mine to see somebody with potential who doesn't have confidence. It's like it bothers me. And so I'm always trying to believe in someone for them.
Did you ever like my bad. Did you ever like fucking look at like what people did you look at from a almost like motivational standpoint? Did you read any books or what did you like look at for all this shit?
Yeah, so the shit that I read was really important. It was that's really what did it. Was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I read Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, which I love, like so useful. Magic Ladder to Success by Napoleon Hill.
I haven't read any of those.
Oh man, you would
have to get on those.
Are you, bro? Your life is gonna change. Your life is for real. I read those when I was 17 and my life changed forever, like forever, bro. Because I don't know, you just realize a lot of shit. And so for me, before those books, I was still a big believer in people, but after those, like, I don't know, I was just so sure of my journey and my vision that I didn't feel like, put it like this. If like confidence and belief, I think I talked about this in my book, but if confidence and belief is like a cup and everyone has their own cup of confidence and some people has no liquid in it, no confidence in it. Some people's their shit is overflowing. Like my shit was just always overflowing and constantly refilling itself that I knew I could hand some out and never feel empty. And so I was always and still am just like, let me believe in you for you. If it's like if you don't believe in you, I got you. Don't even trip.
That shit almost gives me more energy when I do that for people.
Yeah, well, you know, have you heard the quote? The quickest way to get what you want is by helping someone else get what they want.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's so true. I like I'll figure some shit out. Like I'll help someone. You know, I was helping my videographer was here today, and I was helping him just like fucking do some ads shit. He like wants to run ads for his clothing brand and shit. And I was just looking through it and like we were just looking at it for 20 minutes. And then after I was like walking to the kitchen and I just like realized some shit that it finally took to this moment to connect some random fucking thing that I should be doing just from helping him out. I don't even remember what it was, but it's just
that's how it works, bro. Because that's really powerful shit to give without wanting anything in return is the real definition of giving. So whether it's giving somebody advice, giving somebody support, like, but that's one of the Deepak Chopra things. And it just, I'm pretty sure it's from that book where it just talks about everyone you meet, you should be giving them something. Yeah. And sometimes that could just be a compliment or just good energy, you know, but just like, bro, because that keeps the blessings coming your way. It's like people who are stingy with their energy are not ever trying to show love to people, never trying to fuck with people. They're miserable losers. Their life sucks. They're miserable. They don't got shit going on for them because they're just like they're selfish people with their energy, with their love. Like it's you can't block that energy. Like if you're getting blessings and your shit is flowing, share that shit back. Give that positive energy. Give the love. Give the compliments. Get like that's just how I move. So I've always just been I've always been on that, bro. I get a kick out of seeing people fucking win, to be honest. Like, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of artists and a lot of producers who can you know who can back that up, man. I be going too hard sometimes. People are like, all right, chill, I get it. Like you fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Do you feel like you can just fucking write anything down, and if you want it, you just feel like you're gonna get it? You just have to fucking like time
Yeah.
has to catch up almost. Yeah.
I've always
Feel that.
yeah. But as of late, um after like the fame hit and like mass negativity hit, it definitely fucked with my head a lot. Like I think subconsciously, I like the world started to get to me because the world wanted me to not like myself. There was a big part of the world that didn't want me to like myself and was giving me all these reasons not to like myself and trying to convince me to not like myself. And it was working because I was feeding into it. You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point like I got into definitely dark mental places where because I always tell people like when I was trying to get on and I was just in the basement, and when you're in the gym and no one's in the gym, it's really easy to make shots.
Yeah.
No one's watching. Like
Yeah.
it's mad easy. Like when I was 17, 18, 19, all the way to 23, 24, and I'm walking around like I'm fucking just the most confident person in the world, it's because there was no one to fucking
Tell you
say
no.
otherwise. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because I was in my own world. I had no fans. I had no fans, so definitely no haters and no, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as okay, now the arena's full and you got to make the shot and people are booing and they're reminding you about your last game and how you fucked this up. It's like, damn, it's a little bit trickier to hit this free throw. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro,
it
that's so
started to
funny
fuck
you
with my
said that.
head. Yeah,
It's
it
so
started
funny
to
you
fuck
said
with my
that
head.
because like fucking when you texted me or you hit me up, you DM me, um, and you were like, complimenting me or whatever the fuck you said. You were like,
Yeah,
uh, on what I was doing, and you're
yeah,
like saying, oh, whatever, fucking gave me a compliment about my
right,
beats or whatever. And it's funny because, dude, I get fucking comments all day just from random kids saying that fucking I make horrible beats. But it's
right,
funny because, like, I don't really give a shit. I'll just, I don't really give a shit at all. But, like, it's just funny when that happened, how it's just funny to make the connection of, like, okay, if Russ is fucking telling me what I'm doing is sick and my beats are dope, and I'm
right,
I'm good at FL Studio, and then this fucking 13-year-old kid from Nebraska is telling me I'm way overrated. And when you go, if you like dive into it and go to their channel, it's just like the worst fucking beats of all
yeah.
time.
Every time, bro. Any dude who's ever hated on me has a SoundCloud link in his bio in the worst songs ever. And it's like,
Yeah,
and I'm not even gonna hate on them because it's like I was there too at some point. And honestly, the comments about my music never bothered me. Like because you can't convince me that my shit isn't hard. I have already crossed that point of no return. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like I crossed that point of no return 10 years ago. You
yeah.
feel me? It's more so like when people would make shit up about me and lies and
Right.
like
That's
assassinations
crazy.
on my character and just integrity of my come up, just shit like that, shit that I couldn't do anything about. I
Right.
was like, man, this is crazy because if I come out here and try to defend the shit, it must be true. And if I don't say anything, it must be true. It's like, God damn, bro, I want to slap the shit out of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what fuck with my head. But um the answer to all questions is gratitude. And that's what I've
Yeah.
been on like the past fucking, I don't know, man, past 6 months, 7 months. I've been trying to tap back into that and just like journaling again and shit like that. just keeping a gratitude journal and every day just simple shit, bro. You know, grateful for the water I'm drinking, that I have water, that the air works, that I'm, you know, that I'm free, that my family's healthy, and you know what I mean. And I don't know. It's just like staying in the present moment, because I'm reading this this, not a new book, but a new book for me, called The Power of Now, and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just
I've
talks
heard of that.
about how, bro, it's so crazy. It talks about um, how like 90% of people's thoughts are destructive because they're either based in the future or the past, and it's so true. It's like for the past 3 years, I spent all my fucking time, fuck 3 years, fucking longer than that. I spent so much time either thinking about what I could have done differently or worried about the outcome of the potential outcome of what I'm currently doing, or the outcome, like an outcome that I want. It's like I was just never here. And I was telling my manager the other day, I was like, bro, I can't believe it's been 5 years since 2016, because 2016 to me feels like it was yesterday, because that's when everything started like popping
Yeah,
off for
yeah,
me. And I was like, I can't believe it's been 5 years. And I was like, you know what's crazy is that when you're not present, it's as if your life didn't even happen to you because you weren't
yeah,
even there for it. And that's what fucking woke me the fuck up. Like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I refuse to let the next 5 years go by as fast as they did as the last 5 years, simply because I'm gonna be more present. They went by so fast because I wasn't even there for it. That's why when I look back and it just feels like a blur, and it feels like, damn, that happened to me. Did it? It's like because I wasn't there for it. I was always thinking of the next moment and the next level and how do I get the next. I robbed myself at the present moment. So
yeah.
I'm
It's
done
for
with that shit, bro. I try to just stay right here, right now. And if whatever's going on over there isn't real, like
yeah.
it's just not
It,
real. That's like attached, like the results aren't real, the outcome
it,
isn't real, the past isn't real. None of that shit is real. None of that shit matters
yeah.
at all.
It's definitely a balance, dude. Like fucking, I was just talking about this like today, but
Yeah.
like I think I realized that like when my mom passed after 3 years of cancer, every single fucking day, me and my
Crazy.
sister, like I told you, I was editing videos in 3 hours. That's because I had no fucking choice. I had to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I was posting videos every other day, and from like my sister would go to work at 2:30, and then I'd be with my mom from 2:30 to like 1 a.m. And then the night
Yeah.
nurse would come, I'd wake up and fucking do all the shit. But
Yeah.
what the fuck was I saying? I
You
forget what I
said
was saying.
it was a balance.
Oh yeah. So after all that shit was over, you know, and like I fucking was living with my sister. It was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I never
Yeah.
lost anyone before, and it was my mom. And then 3 months later, we moved here. We moved to California, got a house. Fucking plug-in came out, and all this shit. And once I got to this house, I was moving every year for like 10 years straight, to Florida, to fucking
Yeah.
back home, and then out to, you know, I started like an app at one point. And
Yeah.
like we got like an investment to do an app in like 2014 or something, like right before I started doing the music shit, like the touring shit. And
Yeah.
then before that was college. So I finally got here and I finally had a place without roommates, and I just had a fucking house.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I had to come to, I don't know. I was thinking a lot about on my mom's like quote thing at her funeral. It's one of the lines on there was like, tasks left undone must stay that way. And we picked out the quote, but it was just perfect. One of the lines is
Wow.
tasks left undone must stay that way. And it was just like, it's crazy because like, you know, your whole life growing up, it's just like, you know, we got to do this to the house. My mom went to college when she was 40, and like it was always just like, this has to be done. And you know what I'm saying? It was always just the next thing. So you
Yeah.
develop that mentality. And then when she passed, it was like, well, so was, you know, damn, like she didn't accomplish all she wanted to do because we wanted to do a deck here. Like she
Yeah.
wanted to like finish the kitchen and she wanted to do this. But it's like that fucking process was her life. You know what I mean? That process of
Yeah.
chasing that next thing was her life. And it's almost
Yeah.
like I had a weird realization of just like, dude, you can't lose either. You have to figure out how to learn how to be in the moment, but you also can't lose the fucking chasing thing. Because I see some people that I follow just randomly on Instagram who have some success here or whatever, and then they get so fucking one with the earth that they can't chase after anything because they have to enjoy the moment right now. Whereas
Right.
like if you play Grand Theft Auto or you play some fucking video game,
Yeah.
once you beat the game, there's no missions left, and you're just running
Right.
around doing nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Right.
I don't know. I just that was like a moment when I moved here after all that fucking madness that went on for years. That I was
But
just like,
see that thing that you're talking about, the need to always have a chase, the shit that I'm starting to realize is that I think there's a real power in chasing the present moment. I think that is actually the thing that is always slipping away from us
yeah,
is the present moment. Because if I chase, there's like a quote, something along the lines of like the best way to prepare for the future is act like it's not coming or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically because it's like if I'm chasing after being as present as I can be, I know from a music standpoint, it's going to be the most pure shit ever because I'm not thinking about is this going to work? What's it going to? I'm just
right,
making shit. If I can tap into the purity of the present moment to its fullest and I chase after the present moment, I know my future is going to be lit because I took advantage of today. The future is just a fucking reaction to what you did today. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm starting to kind of think like, man, maybe what the fuck we've all been chasing or what we all should be chasing is the present moment because otherwise the chase never ends and you never feel content. You never
mm.
feel satisfied because there's always something else to be done. Okay, I went platinum. Now I want to be double platinum. You made $1 million on the drip plugin. Okay, but I want to make 2 million. I want to make another plugin. I want to,
10 million.
and it's like, yeah, and it's like, it never stops. You know what I'm saying? And my dad told me when I was 15, like, he said, you have a problem with being content, and it's going to be a problem when you get older. He said, you're going to be the person who has 20 Grammys and is pissed off that you don't have 21. And he's so right. And it's like, you know, it's a balance between ambition and gratitude,
Yeah,
and it's tricky. It's super tricky. I've been trying to like, that's what I've been doing the past like month or so is really trying to figure out that balance because, you know, I want to just make sure I'm dominating the present moment and making the most out of it. And I feel like if I do that, everything I really want will come when it's supposed to come, you know?
do you think the
So
pandemic has fucking helped everything you're doing? Like, and you were
for
talking
me,
about how you would have
for
been
me,
fucking
yeah.
touring half the year if it wasn't for the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah. But honestly, um, 2020 was 2020 was like, dare I say, the best year of my life. Uh, even though so much fucked up shit happened, but it was the reset that I needed.
Yeah,
And it's the first year of my life that I really took time to look at myself and modify and upgrade
yeah,
myself. And so, yeah, man, the pandemic was so necessary for me because it sat my ass down and was like, nah, figure your shit out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
yeah. That's the shit I think about though. It's just like, you know, when you have like like fucking what did I did a video with Internet Money, and I did a few videos with Internet Money,
I
but
saw I
this,
saw when you put up to the house with Cody and shit. I watch
yeah,
all your shit, bro. I'm a
oh,
nut.
that's crazy. That's insane. But
Pure nut, yeah.
fucking, you know, fucking one of the comments was like, oh damn, Kyle's about to get a placement now. You know what I mean? Like that's what's
Right.
gonna come from all this is we did the best video ever. You know what I mean? Like made some sick fucking content, made a cool video, and like it was just a lot of dope moments. And now I'm gonna get a placement and get 3% of some random fucking song. It's just like I just think of being I just think of being here, thinking and building,
Let me
for a
ask you a
long.
question. Are you worried about, because I can relate to this. Are you worried that if you get a placement, it's almost worried of success in a sense?
That
Are
like
you
someone's
worried
just
that
gonna rob my shit? Is that what you're saying?
no, no? Are you worried that if you get a placement,
I'll get
that
too distracted.
your fan base and your core will actually look at it as selling out?
No, dude, they would fucking,
No,
they would be
they'd be
like,
super ecstatic.
I think some of them, some of them might be like, fuck, he's gonna stop posting videos now, and he's gonna,
Right. Would they look at it like, because what I've noticed, there's always a large group of fans that don't like change. They
yeah,
want you to be that thing they fell in love with forever. They want
yeah.
no growth. They want you to be that thing forever, you know?
If I was gonna
So
guess,
it's,
dude, I feel like a lot of them would be like, damn, Kyle finally fucking made it. You know what I
yeah, I would
mean?
hope so too, because it seems like you're the
It doesn't feel
underdog,
like,
you know?
you know what it is though, dude. It's like I didn't tell you the whole fucking story because I fucking said it a million times to my followers, but it's like
Right.
I did. I was a college soccer player. Fucking. Actually, I started making beats in FL Studio because my apartment got robbed at school. So my mom got me like a
Jesus.
$200 laptop. Um, Started making beats FL Studio, the demo, and then whatever. Started an app a few years later because I was like just
Yep.
interested in shit. Website, and then I met up with this kid Cam Meekins through that shit. And
Cam Meekins. Holy shit, bro. I remember watching his videos years ago. Yeah, the white dude who be rapping. He was from somewhere north, up north, right?
he's from Massachusetts, from Boston.
Wow. Okay.
So
Yeah.
he like he was gonna invest in shit in the app type of thing. Like he was interested in partnering because we went on like a
Dope.
college tour. This is like when Instagram was blowing up. Anyways, so I did all that shit with him, and we were going on tours. And the first time I went on tour, it was like the fucking this is it. I fucking made it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
did
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
everything, and I can quit right now. Like,
Right.
and like we did a lot of cool shit. We also did a lot of shows with where people wouldn't even show up. 4 people were there, type of thing. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so it was a lot of just like I couldn't even use a mic the first time I went on the stage. I was like terrified. So
Wow.
I was just DJing, press and play, and all this shit. But after all those moments of just like becoming comfortable in that environment for like 2-3 years, we're backstage at the coolest shit ever. Like fucking G-Eazy was performing and Cam knew him, so we were backstage and it was like I'm fucking lit. Like look at me, I'm crazy. I kind of and then that added on to like the app thing where we got like $100,000 investment. These people are worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. We're having meetings with them. It was like these weird things where like I kind of half got a fake record deal with the app thing. And then
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of, because it was just a horrible, they were fucking us over if that took off. And then I kind of got to see the backstage, like I'm lit life. A lot of like these DJs just kind of live like this and they just wait for the next tour once the last one ends.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
just like this realization of like, I do not want to do this. I just want to be in control of my life.
That's crazy to have that level of awareness when that much of a tornado is going on.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
hated it.
saying?
Like I didn't hate it. I loved like when we had a good show and it was lit. That part was fun, but 99% of it is not that. Is like other shit that I was
Yeah,
not
for
interested in.
sure. For sure. People don't know
But
that though. People think that just like touring is just like fucking it's just like arenas, pussy, and money. It's like, bruh, that's 2 hours.
yeah,
Like,
just like
yeah.
That must be a
But
lot, dude. Like you were talking about your vocal
touring
cords
is
are getting
lit
fucked
though.
up. And like,
Yeah, well, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I don't I don't know how to sing. I don't know. I don't do vocal warm ups and vocal cool downs, and I
right.
should, but that's why, like, you know, I probably needed the break because my shit was fucked up. Like at the top of 2020, my shit was fucked up. The vocal doctor told me if I was gonna keep going at that pace, I was gonna blow my shit out by the end of the year. So probably for the best that tour didn't happen for me. You know?
Yeah. Here's a good question I have. If you knew everything you knew now, right?
Yeah.
And it was 2000, you signed the Columbia deal in 2016, right? The
Yeah.
50-50 deal. If you knew
Yeah.
everything you knew now and you could go back in time, would you still do that same deal?
Mm. Yeah. And I'll tell you why. Um, one, off just the sheer principle that I believe that everyone's journey is their journey. And for me, when I'm living my truth, which I was, and when you're living your truth, what's supposed to happen happens. And that was supposed to happen. That was a necessary bullet point in the journey. And, you know, for whatever it's worth, I learned a lot about the music business. Um, I learned a lot about the music business, and I met some people that introduced me to some people that introduced me to some people that I work with today, type of shit. So yeah, I mean, I don't blame myself for signing back in 2016. Like at the end of the day, Apple Music came out in 2015. Spotify was not even lit like that. So there was no way to really be able to tell like that, you know, that
Yeah.
shit was gonna go fucking through the roof. I was getting with them because at that time it was like, man, I need to level the playing field. You know, every other artist I look up to, Drake's and Cole, all these, they got labels, and I was like, my whole thing was I wanted to get on the radio. I wanted
Yeah.
to just go next level. So I was like, oh well, next level, I'll go fuck with the label. So I don't blame myself. And yeah, if I knew what I knew now, I mean, yeah, it's easy to be like, no, I wouldn't do the deal. You know, I'd wait it out. I'd invest in Bitcoin and Spotify. So it's like, yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, whatever, bro. Is
My
what it
friend told
is.
me to invest in Bitcoin. And like, I don't do shit like that either. If you can't tell, like, I fucking just stick to what I'm good at. But
Yeah.
like, he told me at like 41,000, like, dude, you should invest in Bitcoin if you haven't already. And like, I just pretended like I did, and it dropped to like 31 the next day. And I was like,
Right.
dude, you fucking lost me 10 grand. I bought one Bitcoin. The
Ah,
fuck? Just
that's
because, like, you know,
awesome.
I don't think it's just like talk. It's just something he didn't expect. Like, it was just like people were
Yeah.
just talking about that shit. But
I bought in at Bitcoin when it was like not that early, but I bought in. My manager convinced me like 4 or 5 years ago.
that's crazy.
So
Do you,
yeah, I'm
what
worth.
like what like shit what like shit are you thinking about you know, like looking at people like Jay-Z or Kanye or whatever, like what other shit are you looking at in the future to like build on? Because you already have the fucking music thing down. I know you're
Yeah.
fucking doubling down, you want Grammys and all this shit, but like what other, you know, avenues are you looking at building
I
businesses or
yeah. So I'm trying to expand into the. I think the cannabis industry is like a super interesting industry, and I like that Jay-Z made that move. I think I think that makes it so that when other rappers get into the cannabis industry, it won't look so uh just I'm a pothead and here's my
I
weed.
know, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, like Jay-Z getting into it and making it like because it's
Official.
Jay-Z, it's bossy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, I like that a lot. I like I was telling little baby this when we were shooting the video. I was like, bro, anything you naturally do, sell it.
Yeah.
That like that's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like I have fucking my hair is my hair every day. So naturally people, oh, every fans for the past 4 years, 5 years, what's the hair care routine? Drop the hair care. It's like they asked it so often that I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna give you what I use because the company that I use isn't mine. What I
Yeah.
am gonna do is make my own and
Yeah.
make sure that the products work and that it's incredible. XYZ. Um, and then I'll give y'all the hair care routine, but it's gonna be my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, just like anything I start to naturally do, I just want to fucking I want to create my own version of it because, like you said, at this point the music is down packed. Now I'm just having fun, like for real. Now I'm just like, why not, bro? Like, like why not write a book? Why not fucking sell wine? Why not fucking who fucking knows, bro? Like maybe I'll fucking enter into a chess tournament. I don't even know, but I've been binging chess so much. Like
Wow, I
I
just
love
got a fucking chessboard actually.
so did I. So did I.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
so did I. I love chess. I love chess. Like I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I try to
I
just keep shit natural, Like whatever I naturally like to do, then I'll get into. But you're not gonna see me just like in a commercial for like a Twix bar or some
dude,
shit. It's not my
I
thing.
realized that as I was like, making that fucking transition of I was about to do like a sponsorship because I wanted to try to, make more money. I was looking at marketing stuff. I
Yeah,
wanted to get the fuck out of my rent I was in, whatever. And I was gonna do like this $4,000 sponsorship. And
yeah.
then I was putting out this plugin thinking like, fucking I didn't think much of it. I thought I was gonna do like a couple, like 10 grand or something. And like
Crazy. It does a
yeah,
million. It does a
literally,
million. What a
literally
nut.
in one day it made 100 grand that same day.
In one day.
One day made dude, like that's
Yeah,
I
bro.
don't know how much
That's
is gonna
next.
cut out or not.
That that's next level shit, bro.
It's like I fucking produced God's Plan for Drake and collected all the royalties today. And I just put it out.
Literally.
And 3 days
Literally.
later it's a thing of the past and I'm working on the next thing. So that's like the freedom shit that like
But
I
see,
think
because
about now.
you're selling what you do. Like you naturally make beats, so it makes sense. Like, all right, I'll give you a plugin. All right, here's a kit. Like that makes sense. And that's why people are gonna buy this shit because I always tell like, I think a lot of Instagram influencers have a problem with this and they struggle with this where uh they blow up for their beauty and then they try and pivot, and they're like, check out my song. And
Yeah.
it's a hard transition because people didn't fall in love with you for that. Like every single one of your followers is there because of your beauty, right? You just now at 1 million followers said, listen to my song. And you might think because you have 1 million followers, it's going to work. But it's like, it's not that easy because your audience hasn't been trained to give a fuck about your music. They've been trained to give a fuck about your beauty. So same shit with like, with what you're doing, because your audience solely gives a fuck about you and your music. That's why someone with how many subscribers do you have? 400,000, right?
400 like
400.
50. 450, I
So
think.
450,000 subscribers, followers, but can make 1 million on a plugin. That's because every single one of those subscribers is interested in music. So when
Yeah.
that person puts out something music related, it's going to work. Just like,
If you do the math
it's
too, like it's not that much. Like a couple thousand people buy something at $50. Do the math. That's six figures right there. You know what I
literally,
mean?
literally.
So it's like,
Yeah, but it's like, it's creating an audience off your authenticity and
yeah,
off of your true passion and then monetizing it. And it's not hard at that point. It becomes tricky if you get famous for something that's not even you and then you start trying to go sell something else. And it's like, well, I thought this was you. And it's like, no, that wasn't me. I was finding myself. This is actually me. It's like, well, I don't know what the fuck to believe then.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just
hard.
That's why it's like some of the shit, you know, like sometimes it's not your time to fucking blow up, or you know what I mean? Like you don't want to blow up really for certain things, like at all.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. You really don't. You want to make sure that when all eyes are on you, they're on you. Like the real you, not the fucking not some underdeveloped version of you, you know? Because then, like I said, you're gonna have a hard time trying to make that transition to like get people to buy into your real self when we thought this was it. So I mean, you know, like I said, you having 450,000 subscribers but can make 100,000 in a day. It's kind of crazy. It's really wild. It's like, yeah, when you do the math, it doesn't take that many people to make $100,000, but at the end of the day, to make way more money than you have followers is the wave.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people,
when you said that, dude, I was like, fuck. like just because because I think you said have more money than followers or whatever.
Yeah, but a lot of people are the opposite. A lot of people are the opposite. There's a lot of rappers and a lot of just artists and whatever who might have 10 million followers, but it's like, did you make $10 million this year?
Yeah.
If you didn't make $10 million this year, but you have 10 million followers, what does that even mean? That means that they're not laughing with you; they're laughing at you. You feel me? Like, what is that then? You know
I think it just goes back to the perception thing. Like, people would rather. What's the thing? Would you rather have everyone think you fucked the goat or actually fuck a goat? You ever heard that? It's like the same.
I've never heard that. Explain this to me. What does this even mean? Because I feel like both of those options were terrible. So what?
Yeah, it's like, would you rather fuck a goat or have everyone think you fucked the goat?
Neither. Why can't I say neither?
It's just like a saying where it's like the same shit. It's like a lot of people would rather people think that they're fucking, you know, doing something than actually do something.
Okay, I got it. The goat thing is just rough to use as an analogy is crazy, but
I thought you might have heard of that, dude.
No, but I get it. Yeah, no, a lot of people would rather look rich than be rich, and it's crazy to me. Insane. But then, you know, because then once there's eyes on you, you get into that whole game of having to keep up appearances, and you gotta like, if you're one of those artists who your whole shit was always in designer, always with chains, always in some crazy car, and basically you're just selling money. You're selling a lifestyle. If you were to go broke, which a lot of them did in 2020, shit is looking crazy right now because you can't come on the gram in just pajamas and looking crazy and whatever, because you made it so that your caricature of what you like, that is this overly opulent appearance and just wealth and luxury. And it's a shame because you can't even keep it real.
Yeah.
You've built your brand to the point where you can't keep it real if you are broke. I'm saying?
I was just watching
then you go broker trying to appear rich when you are broke. It's like crazy. It's fucked.
I was just watching the video of you in rap, whatever the fuck it was, some title thing of you driving the 97 Nissan.
Oh, the car test. Yeah.
Do you still have that car?
Fun. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I drive my car is fucking newer, I guess, but I drive a 2010 Toyota Corolla. And I just don't fucking go anywhere. So I just like, what's the point?
You get coffee every morning according to your videos.
Yeah, those are older ones. Oh yeah.
You don't drink coffee anymore?
No, I make coffee. So dude, I have the best coffee on
that
earth.
Makes so much more sense. Why were you driving every day to get coffee? Just to get out of the house, or you didn't know how to make coffee yet?
Once I got one of those like Chemex things where it's like you know what I'm talking about? It's like a drip.
No, I don't. Because let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something.
You don't drink coffee, right?
At all.
Wow.
I've had maybe 3 cups of coffee in my life.
Dude,
Like,
dude, that's insane, dude. You
like
you
what?
seem like someone who's always drinking coffee, dude.
Right, I know. So my manager's a crackhead. My mom is a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? With the coffee, they like my mom. You can't talk to my mom until she's had coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's one of those. Like my manager, Milan. Like Milan will have 3 or 4 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
crazy.
and it's like, it's wild because I'm like, what would y'all do if you had to wake up and fucking power through with no coffee? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
everyone needs their fucking kick. I think I'm just fucking naturally turned. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I'm
I
naturally
always
turned.
I always make it a point to like do my whole fucking morning before I do that. Like I'm already awake.
Oh, really?
I don't touch
See
that
now,
shit.
do you like the taste of coffee?
Dude, I drink it black, but it's like an acquired taste, dude. It's like, do you like the taste of tequila? You know what I mean? But it's like but you drink
No.
it.
See, but I
Or
drink
like wine.
tequila.
You're drinking wine though, but
Anything I drink is to get drunk. I'm like, otherwise, what am I doing?
yeah, but
That's
you don't like the taste of wine, right?
no, but because I'm not drinking it for the taste, it doesn't bother me. Because I'm like,
Yeah, well, that's
I'm
the
trying
same
to
thing
get
as
from A to
coffee.
B. Oh, so you that's what I'm saying. So
It's just like
you're drinking it to get to point B.
yeah, but when you have that first sip of wine, right? You fucking have
Yeah.
that first sip of wine. You're not drunk yet, but you feel good after that. Just the first sip. You're just
Well,
like,
because you know you're
ooh,
closer
drinking
to your
wine.
destination.
Yeah, but
That's all it is.
it's like the same. It's like the same shit. It's like your brain just remembers the
It's
taste
kind
and
of fucked, huh?
how productive you were, fucking while
Yeah.
you drank it. But
Sheesh. The few times I drank coffee, I was geeked,
I can't
bro.
imagine, dude.
I
I
was like,
can't
how do y'all?
imagine, dude.
And what fucked me up was the crash. I was like, how do y'all do this? This is crazy.
Yeah,
Like, and then I understand the people who drink numerous cups a day because you drink that one at 8 in the morning, but then by fucking 12 or 1, you're
yeah, you
fucking
crash.
sucking wind. And then you got to
Yeah.
have another one. And then you have an espresso at night. It's like repeats. How many cups of coffee do you drink a day? Let's be honest. Keep it real.
I,
Look.
nah, dude. I'll make like I'd say most days because I'll fill the whole shit up with ice and then do a half a cup and drink it
Okay.
black. So it's not like when you have like
Oh,
cream and like caramel, fucking all this crazy shit in your
right.
coffees. People just suck them down because it just tastes like sugar. But like I'll drink
Yeah.
it black, so it's just like it's like tea. You're like sipping on it almost. And then
Yeah.
I'll drink like
So you sip on it all day, or you have an afternoon coffee, a night coffee, like.
I'll wake up, do my whole morning, have a coffee, and then have like another one at like noon, and just
And then
like
that
and
gets you to
then
8 p.m. and then you're like out. You're like, fuck it.
yeah, yeah,
Bro,
pretty
you're
much,
such an adult and I'm so proud of you. I'm
dude.
far from it.
Dude, fucking. What are you like? What's your like? Do you try to eat healthy and shit? And like, what? How do you? Because I feel like we're similar in the
Yeah.
way where you're just in your zone at home, fucking
Yeah.
making music and doing your thing. Like,
So I
do
have a
you?
good situation here because my brother is a certified nutritionist and personal trainer.
Yeah,
So, and I got a gym in my house, like a crazy gym.
yeah. I built
So,
one in my fucking garage.
yeah, so I work out usually at best 6 days a week, but sometimes I'll miss a day or two. So 4 to 6 days a week. And he has me on these meal prep things for the past like 2 years or some shit. I'm just not that diligent and disciplined with them. Like I might have one of those meal preps and then I'll order Uber Eats or I'll
Yeah,
have 2 of them. And, you know what I'm saying? So, but I always tell them like I'm healthier than 99% of Americans. That's for sure.
yeah. I think what it was for me was when I started learning about the foods and like how it and the workouts and the stretching and the running, like how it helps your body. Like once you learn about it, it's hard to like go back. It's hard to like not because
Yeah.
your brain just fucking feels like you're doing good shit. I love the running though, dude. That running changed my life. I used to hate running.
I can't believe you can do that. Run it. Yeah. See, I'm
Should
there.
listen to. Do you ever heard David Goggins?
No.
Oh my god, dude. He's like that. That's why I started like running. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's like this dude who had like a fucked up childhood, just like a disastrous childhood. And then he ended up being like 300 pounds. And then he was trying to get into the Navy. And then he like failed the Navy. He like barely got in. He like lost 100 pounds to get into the Navy. And then he kept failing over and over, and went through like 3 hell weeks and all this shit. He just has this insane story. And he basically learned how to, he was just afraid of his own shadow, which like, dude, I was fucking a similar, maybe not in the same way, but like I was in high school, dude. Like people have no idea who I am almost. Like,
yeah, same.
That
same.
They just don't even know that I have a personality. Like they don't even know I exist, some of them. So it's like this thing where he just started callousing his mind by running. And like he runs like 100-mile races and shit now, where he just every morning he does like 100-mile weeks, and he'll do like 100-mile races. But you don't understand until like you run and you do it enough to where you hit this fucking wall, and then you keep going past it, and then you get to the point where you run the 4 miles and you do it, or you run the 10 miles, and then it's just like that feeling of accomplishment is like insane. And just like the meditation that comes with it is like, I don't know, it's like you're like,
it's crazy, bro. You say that because that was the one thing I could never. Running to me was so mundane, but my mom has been running fucking, 5 to 10 miles a week since I was fucking forever. She's a fucking stick. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like, she's also super, super disciplined, like goes to jazzercise, yoga, it runs like just always been very, very health oriented. But I never understood how she could run every morning, 5 miles type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know. It seems mundane to me, but I could see what you're saying. I can see what you're
mental,
saying.
dude. It's just mental.
Yeah.
It's just getting over the walls. And it taught me because, like I was saying earlier, like I was not a hard worker.
But you were a soccer player, so your conditioning had to be crazy at all times anyway. Like,
yeah,
you must have been running anyway back then.
Yeah, but like it's different. Like I could run on the field, and then like if it's like you said, it's mundane. It's a mental test, dude. Like I was physically capable, but like your brain is yelling at you to stop. It's like some shit like in music or whatever you want to do in life. There's always things that you don't want to do that come with it, and it's just like it helps. Just the thought of like being able to break down those walls and just get to just finish those things that you need to do that you don't want to do.
Did you drop? Were you doing it to drop weight, or were you doing it to get in better shape, or were you doing it to mentally challenge yourself, or a combination of all three?
I was just doing it because I thought it would be. You can't think like that at the start, though. I couldn't think like, oh, this is a mental challenge, because the first time back doing it, it was fucking horrible. Like I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and I was like, I'm gonna start running. And then you run like a half a mile, and you're like, fuck this. And you just stop. like,
is that what you did? So you just stopped and went back?
I stopped and just like was like, oh, I'm gonna take a break. It's cold out. I was in Boston, and then by 6 months later, I was doing that fucking run every morning, but like 4 miles. And now my run is insane because it's like hills and shit, because I'm in California. So it's like all fucking hills and dirts and crazy shit like that. So
crazy. Incredible, bro. Maybe I start running. Holy shit.
Dude, I'd recommend it, dude. I bring everyone that comes here, like anyone I do a video with that visits me, like we have a guest room, like a producer or whatever that just comes and films with me and makes music. Every morning, if they stay over, I make them come on the run with me, like a 3 mile.
Fucking Christ.
I have videos of them like with me, like just fucking, dude. Some of them are like pissed
because I would be definitely pissed, but like also I'd be kind of into it. to be honest. That's funny, bro.
Fire. How
Hell
much
yeah.
am I like holding you up, dude? Or like how much
Yeah,
we're
well,
at
I
an
mean, not
hour
holding me, but
30.
I think we crushed. Hour 30 is perfect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
That's good.
Okay, cool. Send me a
But
pack of beats too, bro.
yeah, I was gonna say, dude, the only placement I'll get right now is a placement on one of your songs, dude. That's
Yeah,
what I'll
well,
do.
my shit is just so easy because like we can make it tonight and drop it, you know?
Dude, we should do something more like fucking. I don't know. It'd be dope if we could fucking do something. I know it's a pandemic and shit, but
Oh, like
like,
content wise.
yeah, like film something like I don't know, fucking send me some of your vocals or like fucking do a video together or something.
Yeah, I'm
Just like
iffy on the
fucking
sending vocals just because I'm a nut about my shit, but
yeah,
we could figure something out. But yeah, in the meantime, send me a pack of beats, bro. And this conversation
yeah.
was epic. I think this is really, really dope, bro. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm a clip. You can't see it here, but it looks fucking fire on my thing. The thing I'm recording.
Sick.
So
Sick.
fucking and
When is this gonna come out?
ASAP. Like we're gonna get on it right away.
Sick. Awesome.
And I'll
Yeah.
give you a bunch of clips and shit if you want to post them for fucking
Hell
wherever
yeah.
you want to post them.
Hell
A bunch
yeah.
of fucking clips. I was gonna I was gonna ask you too. I did a video a while ago because I found like a beat that you posted on YouTube like 13 years ago. I was gonna
So
ask
bad.
you.
Those are like my first beats. Oh
I
man.
was gonna
I left
ask
them up
you.
for a reason though.
Yeah, that's why I fucking kept all my DMs to you because I had
Yeah.
100 fucking DMs to you, and I was like, it's fine.
Incredible.
He'll appreciate the persistence.
Absolutely.
But I was gonna ask you how you came up with the name DJ Ripley.
Oh, well, the worst. Oh my God. I can't believe that you can't figure it out because I was just this little white kid in high school in 2006 making beats. And Ripley, believe it or not, was like,
Oh yeah.
so it was like, believe it or not, I'm making beats. The worst shit ever, bro. But it was like,
Unreal.
I remember being in fucking high school, like, just thinking that those beats were the shit.
Yeah, dude. I was
You
just
couldn't
listening to
tell
him
me any
again.
different. Like you couldn't tell me any different. Like even if you go back and look at some of those, if you look at like the videos that we were, because it was like me and my friend at the time, and like just like
It's
fucking
ruthless, dude.
on iMovie, like being like, wait for this part right here. Oh my fucking God, did you? But I was like 15. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Not even. I was like, it's like 14.
wow.
Crazy.
The funniest part was like all the comments you left to like everyone.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that but like that should. Oh, that's what I try and tell people is like, if y'all think I'm a cocky fuck now, I was worse way back then. Like, this is me very calmed down.
Yeah,
I was a maniac when I was like, no, when I was nothing, I was way worse.
that's amazing.
All right, cool. Well, just
All
send me the pack and just keep me posted on everything, bro. I appreciate it. That was sick.
Dope. Thanks for coming through, dude. Fucking, I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. I know everyone's gonna fucking appreciate it. And fucking,
Yeah.
I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
this is fucking manifestation. Oh, dude. By the way, I gotta tell you one more thing. Fuck. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It fucking. So my mom passed away on. This is a crazy fucking thing that happened. My mom passed away on January 19th, 2020. Right. You know, just
Wow.
at the end of her cancer. And so you texted me that morning. And so the morning it happened, right? She passed away at 12:30 Eastern time, which is 9:30 Western time. And fucking I was telling Vanessa, my girlfriend, I was like something crazy because we let off a couple balloons and stuff, like these red balloons we used to always do. And like just like we had her wine that she always used to drink for at night. And then like so I was like, something's gonna happen. Like it was cloudy. So I was like, dude, the sun's gonna come up right at 9:30 or something. I was like, something's crazy is gonna happen. And then you fucking text me at 9:24.
Wow.
Let's do the podcast. And I'm just sitting
Hell
here
yeah.
like with the fucking balloon, like waiting for that. And I was like, are you fucking kidding? Because you didn't answer me in like a month. and I was like,
Yeah,
this
my
dude
fault.
just
I was
fucking
fucking yeah.
yeah. I don't really care, but like, it was just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it was just like crazy that like fucking. It wasn't just like, yo, what's up? It was like, yo, let's do the podcast. Like it was just
yeah.
like it's just like an
Wow, that's
insane.
fucking crazy, bro. But that's how shit goes. That's how
Yeah,
like that's how it goes, man. That's crazy, bro.
it was a moment. Cause dude, I fucking follow you more than like it doesn't matter if it was fucking like Drake could have fucking hit me up. It's just the fact that I follow the whole like movement that you're doing was
Yeah,
just like
man. Nah, I
so like
appreciate it, bro. That was super cool to find out for me because I was binging your shit without knowing you were a fan of mine.
yeah,
So I was just like binging, you know. And
yeah.
then when I went to DM you, and I was like, oh, this was just super obviously meant to be because he's been
Yeah, dude,
supporting. Hell
shit.
yeah, man.
But
I'm fucking proud of you, bro. Send me a pack of beats. We're gonna make a song.